Hello everyone, in this video we want to talk about and or functions in the Microsoft Excel. As you know, and or from the mathematical point of view or logical point of view are the operators that shows us the one result true or false. The and operator will evaluate some criteria and check that if each of these criteria is true, then result us the true value. And the OR operator evaluates each criteria that if one of them just need to be one of them is true, then evaluates the true result to us. So let's check an example here. We have three cells, and by starting these two, I want to check the and or formula in the Excel. The first and formula will check if this value, if this cell is true, and as well as this cell, if two of these are true, then result the true value to us. So if I have the true, both of these cells be true, the and formula will result to the true. And if one of them, if just one of them be a false value, then it resulted to the false. If neither of these two are be true, then the false value is evaluated as well. So you need to have both true values to get the result of the true in the and formula in Excel. And for OR formula in Excel, we need to have at least one true values in these two cells. So right now, because these two are both true, then the OR function resulted to the true value as well. If one of them be false, for example, the AND formula resulted to the false, but the OR formula will still be true. So if both of these two values be false, then the OR function will result to the false, because neither of these two cells are true, and then we have the false value. For a third cell, if I include the third one in my functions, for example, into my AND value, it checks if all these three values be true. And if I press enter, you can get the false, because all of these are false right now. If I change it to the true, right now, as you can see, the AND operator resulted to the true. The speed of this one is not the true, it's actually a text value. So if you go to the function, you can see this function at the third arguments evaluate the value error. So this function omit the errors in the arguments, and it's evaluate the result based on just these two true values, true arguments. So if you have the text value, or if you have an error in your formula, it will be omitted in the or and functions. However, if you have numbers in the cells, for example, if I have number value 5, then I still have a true value, and that's because the numbers in the Excel or in the logical terms of view, we have the 0 and 1 numbers. The 0 number is a false number, and above the 0, for example 1, 2, 3, especially 1, we actually set the value 1 to the true, but in the Excel, the above than the 0 will be always be true. So for example, if you go to the functions, you can see the logical tree test shows the true value as the A4 is the number 5. So if you change this one to the 0, then you get the false value. But if you go to the 1, you will see you have the true value. So 1 is the true value and the 0 is a false value. It's assumed it's a false. What about the negative values? If you press the negative value, it's still be true. So you will have 0, which is the false value, and the other numbers, which is the true values. So let's take a look at the another examples. In the Excel, in the most cases in the programming as well, we use and or function in the if function. For example, if I want to check something, it's a logical test, so I will need the using and or function in the most cases, especially when you want to compare two different things together. So let's see the case 1. In the case 1, it say that if the inventory level is under the 10 or the estimated demand is more than 5, then to make an order. So here, when I have the inventory level below than 10 or the demand value, the estimated demand number is more than 5, I have to make an order. So in the first case function, I wrote the or value in the if function. So if this or function evaluates to the true, then I make an order, and if it's evaluated to the false, I do not make any orders. So right now I have to see if it's evaluated to true or false. In the first one, where just says that the cells K2 is more than 5, it checks that if the cells K2, which is the estimated demand, is more than 5 or not. So right now it's a 2, so it's false. Right now K2 is false, and then it checks if the inventory level is less than 10 or not. So it checks that 4 is less than 10, so this one is true. So because we're using the OR operator, we will have a true value at the end. So if you go to the function of if, you can see this evaluated as a true. So if because this is a true, then I make an order. In this one, when I have the inventory level more than 10, this is more than 10, and the estimated demand is less than 5. So right now, when I have the demand less than 5, this one is false, and because this one is more than 10, this second operator is false as well. So because both of these are false, so I will have the false result in my if order. So at the end, I have the false result, and I do not need to make any order for my inventory. So in the next case, if you can see, it's say that if your inventory level is under the 10 and the difference between the estimated demand and the inventory level is more than the 0, then make an order. So it simply say that when you see your inventory level is less than 10 and your demand is more than your inventory level, so you have some demand in the market and you do not have sufficient level of inventory to satisfy the demand of the market, so you need to make an order. So right now in the case 2, if you go to the formula, you can see I use the AND operator here because I need to check to see if both of these are true. If my inventory is less than 10, right now it's less than 10, and K2 minus O2, which means that estimated demand minus the inventory level is more than 0, is positive. So right now, because the demand is 2 minus to the 4, which is my inventory level, is negative 2, is less than 0, so this one is false, and at the end I will have the false value, so it's my inventory level is okay. So generally speaking, when I have inventory level less than the 10 and I have the demand more than my inventory level, I need to make an order, unless because my inventory can satisfy the estimated demand, I do not need make any order. So right now this is enough. I do not need make an order, but in this one, when you see that in the AND operator, my inventory level is less than the 10. Right now is 2 and is less than the 10, and my demand is 4, is 4 minus the 2 is positive value. I need more inventory level to satisfy my demand, so I need to make an order. So right now this one is true and this one is true as well, and operator is true at the total, so I need to make an order, so I say that reorder. So this is how and an or operator works in the Excel function, and also it's actually is the same all environment in all analytics environment, in all programming environments. Also about the if function, we previously created a video and uploaded to the YouTube channel, Diaco Ltd YouTube channel, and as well as our website. So if you need to learn more about the if function, you can visit our YouTube channel or our website. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. In order to watch more training videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Diaco Ltd. And if you want to see our products, please visit our website, diaco.co.uk.